Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to have a look at the Canadian jump smock. I have two examples here. This is an earlier one, I believe August of '89. It's got two dates in it. 87 is what's on the main label, and I think the manufacturing date says August of '89. And we have a later one which I believe is '95. They're virtually identical, but I'm going to point out the obvious differences and the only ones that I can find. So this one has a NATO stock number in it. This one doesn't. And for issuing NATO stock number is really important. So there's likely a reason why all these new jump smocks are available on the market. This one's epaulets has the Canadian style buttons, and this one has snaps. This one has a coarse, more wind-resistant feeling material, and this is just feels like a softer cloth, more plasticky. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's, I'm sure you can associate a wind-resistant material with what this one is, and this is just a nice, much softer cloth. So I'll get into the details of this. There is a label on these, which is quite nice. This label here gives you instructions on how to use the jacket. The features are you have your magazine pouches on the front. These are for larger items such as mess tins, according to the label. I don't know how you'd get a mess tin in here. I guess you could stick it in and it would hang out the top, but it's a little bit small for a mess tin. One problem with this coat is, or smock, these snap buttons have all been hand filed, so pretty shoddy workmanship, but I guess to get it out the door and working. The jacket looks absolutely new, but all these buttons have been, the snaps have been hand filed on the pockets. It just looks bad. On the inside and the back, we have a pocket that contains a hood. The hood remains hidden in there. Just leave that out of the way. On the back of these jackets, everybody's well aware of this flap. So the flap has two snaps to hold it in place up there. And on the front, it snaps into the inside. So people will know that this is to keep your jacket from billowing up, your smock from billowing up when you jump out of an airplane. One thing to know about these is this is a medium and this is a small to medium. And these jackets are meant to wear over your equipment. So if you were large and you bought a large and were going to wear it around without a flak jacket and webbing and all that, it would be a little bit like wearing a tent. So keep that in mind if you're out to buy one, is that the sizes are based on going over top of equipment. And the last major feature of these is there's a great big poacher's pocket in the bottom here. The instructions say for towels and other things such as that. And you can also roll the jacket up and invert it and put it in. There's a way to store it. The elbows have a reinforcement pad. There's snaps at the wrist to bring it in. Snaps at the waist to bring it in. Fairly large adjustments too, so you can bring it in quite a bit. And you can see there's a drawstring around the waist. There's, of course, the Canadian style Velcro pocket, one on that side, and one on the other side. I'll just roll this one up and show you guys how it's done. So it's kind of backwards from what you would think. So I think you'd probably do this more on a harder surface. So you get down to about here. Rolls in on itself. And then you zip it up. Try not to zip it into it. There are two tabs, if I can find them. And you're supposed to use these tabs to hang that on your belt when not in use. So I've often wondered if the British smock ever had a use for the poacher's pocket, especially being on the inside. I never heard of anybody using it, especially on the inside. So those. So those are the details of the Canadian jump smock. It's quite plain. When you buy one, you just have to understand that if you buy a large, it's going to be like a tent if you're a large, because it's made to go over your equipment. But there are lots of these out there right now, brand new, never used. Depends on what kind of material you like. It might also be down to the manufacturer. So this one I think is Peerless, and this one says Ambridge and Thompson. So perhaps it's the manufacturer as to why they use different material. Maybe it's just the different dates. But here's an example of two Canadian jump smocks for you and what the pockets are for, the design features. So I hope you found this video educational. If you're out to get a Canadian jump smock, they are out there. They're quite prevalent right now when this video is being made. If you like the content, please let me know. Leave a comment below. You can always send me an email. My emails are always at the end. If you don't like it, I'd also like to know why, and then I can perhaps improve these videos for all of our viewers. And until next time.